aboard! All aboard! Ah, well, hello there. So, you're getting on this train, huh? You know, I've been conducting this train for a good couple of years now. Been through a lot with her. I remember the "I got nothing up my butt" incident back in 2019. There was also the Florida man who threw a Bible at a police officer. Oh, and don't get me started about the year 2020. Oh, boy. Ah. So listen, if you're new here, I gotta read this piece of paper for you. It's sort of a legal thing, you know. Here we go. Warning. The following show may feature some adult language and adult scenarios that are not suitable for those under the age of 18 to 21 years old. If you are under this age, please consult your parents and or legal guardians for permission to listen to this show. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Well, with that out of the way, will you still be getting on? Excellent. Well, let me just punch your ticket for you. And welcome to Trademark's Trainwreck. Good evening, passengers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom, all the time. With me here, as always, is the usual duo. We have Greymane.
Yes. I'll be happy if I wake up with 2 feet tomorrow.
And Sherlock.
Well, that was morbid as fuck.
Gray's been having a rough time, so he's in that kind of headspace with the morbid humor and all that.
You know, it's funny because I was like, I told the doc, I'm like, well, doc, as long as you leave me, you know, as long as you don't take my foot off, I'll be fine. He's like, why would I take your foot off? That would, you know, you would no longer be a repeat customer. So,
I like your doctor's bedside humor.
Yes. It's he's pretty good. I like him. So.
Well, that's when you counter with, but I've got another foot.
Well, yeah, like I think I mentioned it last time, but he's like, you know, I said, well, there's no good artificial feet out there, and he's like, nope. And there was a foot transplant in France 15 years ago, and nobody's ever talked about it. So it's like, oh, okay,
excellent.
Because it's not as amazing as like a face transplant, you know.
Yeah.
That bedside manner is something that that your doctor-ish kind of character can learn from in that one D&D campaign we're doing, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Actually, do you want to talk about what we did just last night at the time of this recording? Just to...
All right. Well, if the folks are interested on stuff on Celestia Radio that is not this show, which I'm sure they are.
Even if they're not, they can skip ahead and come back to this, whatever.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So we're playing this game called the Bizarre Bazaar, where all of our characters are playing. All of the players are playing characters that are not normal. The closest one to normal is Court Awesome, and her character is human, but has got some serious fucked up damage to him.
Yeah.
Won't go into it because that would be spoiler territory when we start actually.
Well, if we actually release these out to the public. You know.
Yeah.
We're still working on that.
We're recording it. So we're in the game. We're basically fighting
We're
fascists.
fighting Nazis. We're fighting Nazis.
We're fighting human, elf, dwarf, and a few halfling Nazis.
Yeah.
And it's weird. They're basically they're the true people, and they want to exterminate all of the races. And there are a lot of races in this world our DM created. There's lizard folk, orcs, goblins, um, snake folk, bug folk. So
Yeah, a
they're
lot.
kind of in this like thing of like, we're going to destroy everything and leave only the pure races.
Yeah.
So the pink skins. And it's just kind of like, dude, this is fucked up. And since almost all of us are, monstrous races or half
Yeah.
orcs or something like that, we're just kind of like, shit.
We're
So
pretty much forced to fight on the
Yeah.
recognition that if we don't, we are dead.
So we basically like found out we're on this mission to try and make a super weapon to stop them. Yeah, I know, it's getting very World War II in us. And we had to go to this one particular place that's a portal to the elemental plane of water. But who should be there? The fucking Nazi fascists.
Yep.
And we managed to stealth into the plane of water without them catching us, and we were able, amazingly, to get back out. But I think that had something to do with the fact that there was a dragon attacking them.
Yeah, and in the middle of the chaos, like, I had this plan going before this latest session of ours where I was just like, these guys use guns that have gunpowder. Yeah, I know, really fucking astounding observation from me. But I'm like, we can cast Fireball and fucking annihilate the tent that has all their ammunition if they're dumb enough to have that kind of shit in the open. And they were.
They were. Well, it wasn't dumb. Look, here's the thing. The way you stored gunpowder back in the days of flintlocks and percussion caps, you stored it in barrels all together, so you knew where it all was.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying.
So you weren't running around the camp.
I'm just saying,
looking for your stores.
I'm just saying, having it out in the open as opposed to putting it like undercover, not really that smart considering, A, the dragon, and B, 2 dipshits and a fireball.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. No amount of cover is going to save it from a fucking fireball.
That is fair,
So,
because that thing will hit, because,
Yeah, so Trade's character is a sorcerer, my character is a wizard. I cast haste on the two of us when we're at the maximum range the fireball can hit.
Yeah,
and
in character, I tell
we
Shirley where to
run.
fire, and his character, who is a female half-orc, well, what did she say, wizard?
Wizard.
Yeah, she throws the fireball, puts haste on us, and we fucking run. That explosion is 300 feet in diameter. We are going at 270 feet.
Yeah, we managed to get 270, which I actually think our DM did that on purpose, because I think we should have been able to get the full 300 away.
But at the same time,
if we max out our movement, normally it's 60 feet. Dash doubles a max out movement, 180 feet, and then, or haste doubles that with 180 feet, and then we'd add a dash action, which add another, whatever to it. So I'm like, I personally think we'd be able to get beyond that.
At the same time, I think our DM wanted to give us that challenge, so it's just like we can't get away with blowing the Nazis up all the time without a scratch.
Yeah. So, yeah, we blew up some Nazis last game. It was
Yeah.
fun. Granted, most of them were out fighting the dragon, and they weren't in the camp, but we destroyed all their equipment, supplies, vehicles.
They are
everything.
fucked. Their plans are set back for a good long while, and I feel great about this suicide mission of a plan that I've been cooking up for a good week.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Nothing.
It did feel very Indiana Jones-ish, actually.
Yeah, the only thing we were missing was a goddamn fridge.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember a scene with a fridge.
That doesn't ring a bell. No.
I mean,
Not at
I
all.
remember there was something in the Young Indiana Jones TV series where I think he dropped one on a guy in a fight.
Oh yeah, maybe
that's it.
Oh yeah, maybe I got mixed up. My bad. My memory's always on the blink.
I'm thinking you got mixed up. Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Let's not worry our pretty little heads about it. Anywho.
Yeah, I mean, we got the new one coming out anyway, if Harrison Ford survives his fucking injury.
Right.
Oh my god.
What was it? Like a fucking
It's a
garage.
shoulder injury of
It was
some
a
kind.
shoulder
Yeah,
injury,
like a
yeah.
garage door fucking
Which isn't
closed on
surprising.
him.
The man is 78 years old.
Yeah, like, let the man fucking sit down. There's a reason why they killed him off in the first new Star Wars movie.
Well, that's because Harrison Ford hates Star Wars.
Well, that
Yeah.
too. Anyway, nuke Nazis and pissed off Harrison Ford aside. We've got a hell of a show for you tonight on the Trainwreck.
A hell of a show.
Yep. You know how this song and dance goes. You know who we are on Trademark's Trainwreck. We're that dumb news show that takes a look at all the fucking dumb news that I uncover within a week or so, and we just point and laugh at it. I actually have a...
Hey.
Hmm?
Sherlock was here when we started.
That happened last week, too.
Okay, just pointing it out.
I've got a cracker of an ending in the hardcore material, courtesy of TheFangirl, and I wanted to say that now in
nice.
case I forgot later on down the line. But before any of that, we're going to do the softcore material after a music break, and then we do another music break, and then we get back to the hardcore material. So it's going to be a fun night. So, unless y'all have anything you want to discuss real quick,
Nah.
Chumbawamba.
then we shall commence the first music break. We'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time, except when it's...
Tub thumping.
yeah, sure, let's go with that.
I get knocked down, and I get up again.
Our secondary theme song. At least it would be if YouTube wasn't a fucking ass about copyright infringement. Welcome back to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time.
Oh no, I got us demonetized.
Oh no.
Wait.
We get monetized?
Wait, we're not monetized anyway.
Not yet.
Not yet.
One day. Anywho, it's time for us to start the show proper tonight, and we are starting with a bang. Thankfully, not a literal one. Ah, man. We're back at it again with someone getting upset over dipping sauce at McDonald's. Dipping sauce rage results in man's arrest.
Okay.
Yeah. This happened on June 28th, 2021. After realizing that dipping sauce was not included with his Chicken McNuggets order, an Iowa man called his local McDonald's and threatened to blow up the restaurant.
That is something you do not do, buddy.
No.
Over sauce?
Over sauce. This is Robert Galwitzer, 42, who was arrested Saturday evening and charged with making a false report about an explosive or incendiary device, which is a felony. Galwitzer allegedly phoned in a threat to a McDonald's 5 miles from his home in Ankeny, a Des Moines suburb. Ankeny. Or is it Ankeny? I don't know. The phone threat, cops charge, came after Galwitzer discovered that his McDonald's order was bereft of dipping sauces. Oh no. The threatening call was placed, quote, from a phone number associated with Galwitzer. In addition to claiming that he would blow up the eatery, Galwitzer threatened to assault an employee. Not cool. When questioned by cops, Galwitzer admitted, quote, he called the victim and made threats. Galwitzer was released early, June 27th, from the Polk County Jail after posting bond. The criminal complaint does not specify which flavor, or flavors, of dipping sauce allegedly drove Galwitzer to felonious conduct.
I think that point is moot.
Yeah, pretty much. We appreciate the moment of levity, but I think we're focusing more on the fact that this guy had a fucking meltdown. and threatened to blow up a McDonald's because I don't have my sauce.
Okay, I okay. First of all, dumb, really dumb. Okay,
Yeah,
and second of
Super
all,
dumb.
yeah, super dumb.
mega dumb.
Second of all, it's a McDonald's. It's one of the most corporate fast food organizations on the planet. Okay, they're going to have a procedure for when you do this. Okay, they're going to have a complete 100% ironclad, step by step, call the cops, get you arrested procedure for this. Okay, so over sauce? Really? Is that the hill you want to die on? Okay.
I don't care. I want my sauce. I need them with my chicken nuggets.
Sauce makes chicken nuggets gay.
Why? I thought we left this kind of shit behind when we had that fucking Szechuan sauce incident.
Oh yeah. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I was hoping you weren't. But
I mean,
yes,
come on, we
that's,
can't not bring it up.
No, we can't because that was, as far as I'm concerned, that wasn't a mistake. That was planned chaos. Okay, I'm pretty sure that they knew they didn't have enough sauce for that, and knew that the fans were going to overwhelm them for that.
Yeah, well, that was what they were hoping of. They were like, okay, if we do this, then we're going to get more customers. Like, yeah, but you didn't expect. You needed like all of it.
You did not you did not anticipate the power of modern pop culture.
You need to be raiding those 1980 storehouses that you've kept for 30 some years.
In all honesty, folks, I mean, seriously, I'm just gonna borrow a quote from one of my favorite comedians. Guys, it's just sauce. Relax.
Yeah. Just calm the fuck down. If you're bereft of sauce, check your fridge. Maybe you got some in there. Or maybe you swing by the Dollar Tree. It wouldn't kill you to do that. Or, if you can't be arsed to do either of those, just eat them plain. Eat them plain.
Or, you could also go to fucking, you can also go online and get any and all of the recipes to make your own Szechuan sauce at home. It's not that expensive.
Or
it's not that difficult.
Really
or whatever sauce this fucking guy was trying to get. Because I'm pretty sure the Szechuan thing is fucking out the window.
Maybe go to a fucking grocery store and buy your fucking own.
Yeah.
Good God.
Or he probably could have gotten in the car, driven to McDonald's and said, hey, my sauce is missing. And they would have said, what kind of sauce do you want?
Yeah.
And he would have had sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because McDonald's is all about customer response.
Of course.
Okay, that's what they do. They're not as good about it as when Ray Kroc was still alive, but they're good about that. They would have just handed him sauce. Okay,
They would have.
This is just idiotic. Absolutely.
It's called customer service, and while I will say the customer is not always right, it's best to just give the customer what they want within reason.
Within reason, yes.
Also, pro tip, folks. You could always just wait in the parking lot and check your fucking order before you leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can just do that.
It is not out of bounds for you to check your order while you're sitting at the drive-thru window. It is not out of bounds of politeness for that, because other people behind you, even if you get that nugget head behind you that's beeping his butt off, okay, the majority of people are going to go, oh, they're checking their order, okay, and, if your order's correct, you leave. If not, you tap on the window and go, hey, I'm missing something.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's how it works.
Assholes at McDonald's.
You know what? It's always centered around the fucking chicken at that place, and I gotta wonder about that. Because I don't think we've ever gotten. I think we've had one story where it wasn't about the chicken, whether it was a chicken sandwich or chicken nuggets or whatever. It was always about the chicken, which is very weird to me.
Plot twist: the reason why everyone goes crazy is because it's about the fries.
Oh, there you go.
A long time ago, my dad would always say, man, they just lace those fries with crack.
Well, they did, because when your dad was getting them, they would fry them with beef tallow, beef fat. Okay, so you would get beef flavored fries effectively, and they were, oh my god, were they good?
And
Oh my
beef
god, they were
tallow is actually this massive thing of fat that's next to a cow's liver,
correct.
and it makes amazing gravy.
It does. This, in fact, Julia Child, actually put out like a news article at the time, okay, complaining that they stopped frying their fries in beef fat. Okay, she was like, "This is why are you doing this? You're making the fries worse." You know.
That's why they pre-sugar them.
Yep.
The more you know. Anyway, next article in the software material. Oh man, I have no fucking segue about this. This is about a man who had something on his bucket list and just checked it off.
And just went for it.
And he just
Okay.
went for it. Man arrested after taking $1 million yacht on a joyride.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. June 24th, 2021.
I'm getting happy flashbacks to when somebody had not moored Betsy DeVos's $1 million yacht.
Oh yes, I
correctly,
remember
and it
that.
drifted away.
I remember that. Yes.
Remind me to ask you about that incident during the next music break. For now, though, a Vermont man was taken into custody after he allegedly stole $1 million yacht and took it on a joyride. Joyride.
Joyroids.
He took it on a joyride across Lake Champlain. Champlain?
Yeah, Champlain.
Yeah. Okay.
That's in.
Bring out the
Morris.
Champlain. Authorities said that Robert Morris, 56, my favorite number, he stole the 48-year-old yacht from the Rouse's Point Marina in New York and took it across the state lines into Vermont. A Border Patrol helicopter located the yacht, named Volans, near Burton Island. Morris was then taken into custody by the St. Albans Police Department. He is facing multiple felony charges in Vermont and will be extradited to New York, where he will face additional charges. Officials said...
Oh, wait, there's a Lake Champlain up in Vermont, New York? Huh, did not know that.
Apparently, the officials said that he had the boat for at least 2 days. So he was either camping out on that thing or he parked it somewhere.
Probably camping out. It's a yacht.
It's a yacht.
It's a house.
Fair enough.
Right.
It's the mobile home of boats.
No, it's not. A houseboat is the mobile home of boats. What a
correct.
yacht is a rich person's mobile home of boats.
Oh.
It's just a very fancy houseboat. I don't know why they continue to use the word yacht. I think it has something to do with the term that was used back when it was exclusively like a European thing.
It's not a home per se. Most yachts, okay, full size on yachts, and I'm not talking 45 or 50 footers, okay? We're talking 110, 120, 200 foot yachts, okay? Most of those are private apartment buildings, is what they are, okay? That's what they come down to be. They have everything on them. Everything. You know, you can't... good Lord, you wouldn't starve for fucking months on one of them.
Yeah.
And they make their own water. You know, they all. I don't know of a yacht that doesn't have a water maker built in.
A desalinator.
Yeah, desalinator. Water maker is the colloquial term. But yeah, it's wow.
Yeah, I can believe it based on one of the. I think it's a DLC that GTA 5 had, where you can actually own a fucking yacht in game, which is the closest any normal fucker is gonna have to actually owning a yacht in any sense.
Yeah, it's even people that buy like exotic cars on a regular basis, okay, don't own yachts because it's a large gap in income bracket between the two. You know, I mean, we're talking like a couple $1 million worth of income to like 10, 20, $30 million of income, you know, and that's when you can start buying your own yachts.
Yeah. Yachts like fancy cars, exotic cars is one thing. Private jets is another thing. Yachts is on another level.
Correct.
Because you not only need to buy the boat, you need to buy the storage, you also need to buy the maintenance. There's nothing more maintenance intensive and expensive than a fucking boat.
Correct. That's
What's
the
voted-
old phrase. The old phrase is the best times for or the oh god, I fucked it up. The happiest times in the life of a boat owner are when he buys his boat and then when he sells his boat. That's the two happiest times.
And everyone knows what boat is an acronym for. Bust out another 1,000.
Yep.
Anywho,
Also, Mr. Baldy Big River Online company owner can go fuck himself. Go look up Jeff Bezos's yacht. It needs another yacht to pull it.
oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
the thing is obscenely massive.
But no,
I don't
companies
even
need
think
one.
it should. I don't even think it should classify as a yacht anymore because it's just too big.
No, it's
Cruiser.
right. Well, it's closer. It's closer in size to like a or like an army aircraft carrier almost. Okay, it's big.
It's bigger than our destroyer. It's actually probably about the size of our old battleships.
There you go.
World War II.
That's about right. So,
And those things were big.
yep.
Anywho,
Let's move on before this becomes a political argument.
let's take a look here. Well, during his arraignment hearing, what was his name again? Robert Morris. Yeah, Robert Morris. He claimed that he had been doing repairs on the boat and was water testing it.
Over 2 states. Over 2 states. Okay.
Over 2 states over 2 days. Yeah.
It was an extreme test. He also told police that he had permission from the owner, Montreal resident Ron McCarthy, to use the boat and planned to take it to him in Montreal. McCarthy denied giving Morris permission to use his boat. And officials said he was traveling south when he was located. So I assume Montreal is probably north.
Well, yes. You know what? I might buy the rough water test if he immediately took it out to blue water. I might buy that. Okay, but no, you don't rough water test a boat near the coast, or no, you just don't do
Not
that.
not across multiple states for 2 days.
Not across multiple states for 2 days. No, that's just no.
Oh, you're gonna love these last two parts. The first part is that Morris has a lengthy criminal history, and he was a wanted fugitive in New Hampshire. I know,
Sorry.
shocker, but here's the cherry on top. He was ordered to undergo a competency exam and made an inappropriate gesture to the webcam as he left the hearing.
Oh, so they asked him to get a Rule 11. Okay, whatever.
Fuck you.
I mean, look, here's the thing. I mean, you know me. I'm the legal guy, and I've got my own opinions on the law.
Yep.
I just honestly can't really feel that bad for the yacht owner. Because one, you're a fucking yacht owner, and that means in some fashion you're probably a horrible person. And the owner's name is McCarthy, and he's from the New England area. So now I just can't help but think he's related to Kevin McCarthy, the fucking senator from New York.
Wouldn't really surprise me. I'll be honest, it really wouldn't.
And everyone in that family is awful. So yeah, I'm kind of rooting for the boat thief here.
He'll be facing felony charges for grand larceny. I have no idea what his rap sheet spans New England, and he's a wanted fugitive in New Hampshire. For what? I do not know. Maybe I'll put it somewhere in the video version of this, if I am able to find some info, but otherwise, I don't know.
If you people think we're being a little hard on yacht owners, yeah, we're not being hard enough.
We're holding back.
They're rich
we're holding
pricks,
back.
all right? They're rich pricks who spend their money on showing off how rich they are, okay?
Well, yeah, it's not just that. It's the fact that nobody, you can be a millionaire, all right, and have gotten that fairly. Okay, you can be a millionaire
Yeah.
and have gotten the money fairly.
You can
Nobody,
you can be a semi multi-millionaire. You don't like, you can make like probably a
right,
little less than 10 million and still make it, with honest grit and, fairness.
right,
Yeah.
and but the people that own the yachts, okay, are like, you know, 40, 50 millionaire people, and you never make that clean. You can never
You
get,
can't be
you
a
can't
good
physically
person. You
do it.
can't be empathetic. You can't treat the people who work for you well to earn that kind of money, because you can't earn it without exploiting somebody.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have, by that time you have stepped on somebody on the way up the ladder.
Yeah.
And
And
here's also the thing. Like, one of the things I would actually argue is a failing of the multimillionaire culture is also a failing of, well, the industry that makes these expensive toys for them, because they just they keep getting bigger and bigger and saying, look at this new thing we got, isn't this amazing? And their entire existence amongst themselves, amongst the other rich, is to show off, is to say, I've got more than you, look at this. And they have to keep, upping the ante every time, and they have to spend more money every time, so they have to get to this point. And it's like, it's this horrific toxic cycle that destroys everything around them. And I know I'm getting kind of preachy, I'm sorry, but it's just this, it's true. Like, everything has to suffer so these people can feel good about themselves to their other rich friends.
Yep. I mean, look at the last presidency.
moving on. Because if we get mired in that, we're never getting out.
Sorry, I had to. Low-hanging fruit. Let me give you one last softcore article to make up for it, and trust me, it's hilarious. Because this shit I'm looking at here... Oh, I'm so happy I get to say these words. Police stop exorcism in lumber aisle at Pennsylvania hardware store.
I heard about this. I didn't hear the details, though.
Ghostwood! Let's take a look. This happened June 25th, 2021. Authorities in Pennsylvania responded to reports that a group of people was performing an exorcism in the lumber aisle at a Home Depot in Dixon City. I nearly had it. Authorities did not provide.
What was was there ghosts of trees like screaming "I am Groot" at everybody?
Oh, I wish. Let's actually find out. I have no idea what spawned this, and we're gonna find out together. Authorities did not provide many details about the bizarre incident. Aww. But a Facebook post listing all the calls the department responded to went viral. The group was reportedly trying to exorcise demons from dead trees.
So they were.
Oh, so yeah, you were right. Oh my god. Okay. Alrighty then.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Now, I'm not a religious man, but I've heard a lot of ghost stories. I've heard a lot of stories about ghosts possessing all kinds of shit. Here is my big question of the day. What possible purpose would a demon have to possess a dead tree, lie dormant in a Home Depot, wait for someone to make a fucking table out of it when someone purchases the plank of wood? Like,
Vengeance for their tree being cut down.
It's a dead tree. It's a dead tree. It would have either decayed or been chopped down regardless.
Like, here's the thing. Trees are probably so chill that they wouldn't care. It's like, oh, I have to be chopped down for wood. Well, that's okay, I suppose.
Circle of life. Just fucking...
It's like, yeah, demons don't inhabit wood.
No, I mean, they can channel energy through wood, apparently, if you believe in the Ouija board shit. I mean, one of our own does, bless her heart. What?
The Dryad Association is on the phone. The Dryad Association wants to talk to you.
Here's the thing. Like, little context. Ouija boards themselves aren't possessed; they just basically open doorways because it's it's utilizing you, not the board.
Oh, okay,
Correct.
fair enough.
That is correct.
Anywho, let's take a look. Let's see if we can give more context about this. This is from the Facebook post, I believe. 3:26 p.m. Commerce Boulevard at Home Depot for disorderly people having an exorcism in the lumber aisle for the dead trees. They were escorted out of the building. That's a quote from the Dixon City Police Department. People commented on the post joking about the strange incident. May the price of plywood come down. The name of Christ compels you. That's from Paul Nichols. Stephen Brunner Laurer. They replied, saying he wanted to witness the exorcism in person. I feel slighted. I wish I could witness an exorcism in the lumber aisle of a Home Depot, LOL. Mary Jo Nuven wondered, does excoriated wood cost more? One person...
Well, in theory, it's lighter.
One person wants to know where the videos of the alleged exorcism are. How does a wood exorcism happen in 2021 and not a single person at Home Depot video this for our entertainment? I need answers, Ashley Faraday wrote.
Come on. Where's the fucking security cam footage from the Home Depot itself?
Yeah, right. I wish that I had that so I can have like a still image in our fucking video iteration of this show, but like I've got nothing. I wish I could find it. Here's the last bit of the article. Officials did not say why the group was trying to exorcise demons from the wood, or if they will face any charges for their actions. Probably not, considering that they weren't... I mean, there was disorderly conduct, but that's a bit of a stretch.
You know what? It could go either way. It depends on whether the manager's a dick or not. Because, because one, the price of wood, okay, is something that has gone phenomenal. Okay, it's just hilariously expensive now. And, they could easily come back and say, oh, well, they potentially damaged this or that, or be, and be total, bratwaffles about it. But I don't think so. I think that any sane manager is going to be, well, we want to just sweep this under the rug now. Yeah.
I'm currently wrestling with the chain of events that led us here. This is another case of how did we get here? Like, at least 2 people got
alcohol.
Maybe?
I'm thinking alcohol.
Maybe? But like, something would have been mentioned about that at least. Like, here's the thing. 2 people got together. Maybe they drank, maybe they didn't. But they got together and they thought, hey, at least one of us might have the power of Christ flowing through their body. Let's go to Home Depot and exorcise the wood of demons. How?
That's an alcohol and marijuana thing.
I mean, I need more info. This is another case where Trademark needs more info in order to understand and to fucking not feel like he's going insane again.
Well, here's the thing. Like, nothing... This is a hilarious story. But
it is a nothing moment.
It's a nothing moment, because, like, this is what the people are going to be charged with. They're going to be charged with, if they were drunk, they'll get charged with possibly a drunken disorderly.
Maybe.
But if they weren't, and they just are kind of crazy, they'll get, at the very least, they'll get a trespass charge, and that's it. Like, they didn't cause any damage. They didn't hurt anyone. They didn't do anything. They were just weird.
I know, but here's the thing. It's the weird stories where nobody gets hurt, no damage is caused, and nobody is charged that I just want to know the answers for. Because it's those stories that don't give the full context. They just go, oh yeah, some assholes in a Home Depot tried to exorcise demons from the wood. What? I need to know the full story.
Well, you can't always get what you want, Trade, but sometimes you get what you need.
I know, and this story was what we needed.
As a side note, and I'm going to ignore that joke, surely, the there are exorcism practices for almost every faith. Okay, so it isn't just the power of Christ compels you like you see in the movie. Okay, there's a whole bunch of things because there's the Shinto exorcism. Okay, I can't remember whether it's the Shinto or the other one, which they walk around with a bell and they use it to chase the demons out of the house.
Buddhist.
Buddhist. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's either a bell or it's that classic staff. with the
Yeah,
rings
it's
on it.
okay. Yeah, that's got to be the Buddhist one because I did actually watch a Shinto house dedication. There is one on YouTube, and it was actually pretty interesting, but it didn't have the classic bell and stuff. Do you know that you're supposed to destroy those little houses before putting new ones in? Those little tiny memorial houses that they have for the spirits?
Mhm.
I didn't know that. You're supposed to destroy those when you rededicate the house. So that's kind of cool.
Well, that is going to be it for the softcore material, which means we're going to be moving on to the hardcore material in just a bit, but we're going to take our second music break until then. So, I suppose we'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time, except when the power of Groot compels you.
Oh, damn, you stole that. I was going to run with that. Bastard. Boba yoba.
Welcome back, passengers, to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. And before we resume, we have TheFangirl with us. Hey, Fanny, it's been a while.
Yes, I have been away because I am burdened with glorious purpose at least once a week.
Yes, she is. We have briefly mentioned Loki on one of the previous episodes, so yeah, we can totally understand why you would prefer to watch that over joining us for this bullshit.
I would consider retail as burdened with glorious porpoise, not purpose. I really would.
No, it's not the retail life that keeps me away. It is literally
It is Loki.
It is literally the call to chaos.
Yep. Well, you're just in
Fair
time
enough.
for the.
Fair enough.
Well, I haven't watched it yet, so shut the fuck up.
We will.
Okay.
We don't do spoilers on this show, but we do the hardcore material, which is going to start with Florida Man.
Florida man. How'd you
I'm
fuck
actually
up,
wondering-
Florida man?
Pulled
I'm
a
actually kinda
gun on the
surprised
chief's
you haven't mentioned
daughter.
that.
Why'd he do it over cream cheese? Yep.
God.
Behold, chaos.
Yeah. June 21st, 2021, in Miami Gardens. Gardens? Is that supposed to be gardens? Yep, it's supposed to be gardens. Well done. An angry Florida man pulled a gun on a drive-thru worker because they forgot to put they forgot the cream cheese on the bagel.
This is just as bad as the guy threatened to blow up a McDonald's because he forgot his dipping sauce.
The title of this
It's-
episode is Chaos Due to Fucked Up
Chaos,
Orders.
chaos because of cream cheese. I'll find a way to work it in. But
Chaos from sauce.
chaos.
There we go.
Sauce.
Yes.
There we go.
Brilliant. But yeah, as I said earlier, that employee just happened to be the daughter of the police chief.
Oh God.
There we go.
Whoop!
Oopsie poopsie. Police said the man became angry at a Starbucks drive-thru when they messed up his order earlier this week. He returned to the window screaming at the employee. She asked whether he had paid for the cream cheese, at which point he became enraged and pulled out a gun.
Whoop. That's an oopsie.
That's really stupid.
Chief Delma Noel Pratt told the local news that the experience traumatized her 23-year-old daughter. The chief's daughter told police that the man did not point the gun at her,
but that she feared he would hurt her if she didn't give him the cream cheese.
Your creatures are your life.
She felt in fear of her life, Noel Pratt said. It was upsetting to me to know that someone would go to that extreme not having cream cheese on his bagel. The woman gave the man his cream cheese and he drove away. According to an arrest report, he said he grabbed the gun and put it in the air because it was falling out of his pocket, but denied threatening the woman. Yeah, sure. You just happen to have a gun. You just happen to have a gun. It was falling out of your pocket, and you went, I'm so pissed off. Oh, wait. Excuse me a second. Just gotta put this back in my pocket. Fuck. The suspect faces several charges, including aggravated assault with a firearm. He was being held on $10,000 bond. It's unclear if he has an attorney who could comment on the charges. Oh. If I were the attorney in that case, I would just go, Your Honor, my client is stupid as charged. Fuck's sake.
It's somewhere an attorney has used that. You just know somewhere an attorney has used that.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
I can tell you exactly where attorneys use that.
Oh, do tell.
In the January 6th riots.
Oh.
There we go.
Topical. Oh, man, just over cream cheese. Really? Like, I get it. Cream cheese on a bagel? Fucking great. But not so great that if a person fucks up the order, I would pull out a fucking gun. Again, this is a case where you just go through the drive-thru and you go, hey, I was supposed to have cream cheese on this bagel. And if they ask, hey, did you pay for the cream cheese? Pull out the receipt.
Yeah, folks, for fuck's sake, there is a way to deal with this kind of stuff.
Admittedly,
and it's being rational. I don't care if you've had a bad day. Good God.
Admittedly, probably going to oust myself a little bit with this here, but this past Sunday, I had a situation where me and my fiance, Codemaster, went to a restaurant to eat. It was a drive-through restaurant, and currently it's still on window only, so drive-through only restriction.
Good.
Fair enough. It's fine. That's perfectly good. But this particular restaurant has this awful habit that whenever we go as a couple, they screw up my order. And this time, not only did they screwed up my order big, meaning that they not only shorted me on one of the things I asked for, they also put stuff on that I specifically said do not put on. And to point, they also put two separate receipts that did not have anything that I asked for, but they had his Codemaster's food correct. Like, somehow they made two different receipts in three different orders, and nothing that I wanted was in there.
That's fucking asinine.
No, see, here's the thing. That's something, you get upset over.
And here's how I handled that. A little extreme, but I didn't have a weapon on me. So there's the difference. We parked in the parking lot to eat. I discovered the massive fuck up they did. I got out of the car, walked to the drive-thru, even though there was a line around the building of cars. I walked right up to the drive-thru window, put the still wrapped up food in there and said, this is wrong, and I showed them the two differing receipts. This is the wrong order. I did not ask for this. I asked for this thing. They still screwed up my reorder.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, man.
I said double. They gave me singles. They gave me a single.
At that point, they were doing it intentionally.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But at least, other than that, it was something I could eat. But still, that's exactly what I did. I walked to the drive-thru window, gave them back what they messed up, got their pitiful variation of their correction, and then walked back to the car and we had our lunch, and I'm never going back.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing, people. If you're pulling a gun because of a sandwich, okay, or any other kind of food item, all right,
You're the loser.
then you shouldn't have that weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, you shouldn't.
You're on the losing side of that argument.
Be a rational human being. Walk up to the drive-thru window and say, "You gave me the wrong thing." Use your words to express your displeasure.
Yeah.
Not violence.
Also, do not stick your weapon through the drive-thru window.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Don't have a weapon on you
have had those
ever.
before.
Don't have a weapon ever.
You know, the funny thing is, you guys are going goof. Oh yeah, don't do this. The next article is exactly these fucking types of people doing this exact shit that you're warning them not to do.
Are you serious?
Oh my god.
I am completely serious. Don't worry, I checked. Everyone's fine. But couple opened fire on Burger King workers over a spicy chicken sandwich.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Again, this is the chaos sauce happening here.
It's just fucking chaos, man. June 26, 2021. A Tennessee couple is facing attempted murder charges. Attempted murder. After they allegedly opened fire at Burger King employees following a dispute over a spicy chicken sandwich. Police report that Tavares McKinney, 22, and Kiana Halliburton, 20, got into an argument earlier this month with Burger King workers at a restaurant in Memphis. The duo, cops say, complained that Halliburton's chicken sandwich was too spicy.
Those are pre-made things. The store doesn't have any control over that spice.
After the initial altercation, McKinney and Halliburton departed for a few minutes, but returned in their Ford Escape and allegedly, quote, fired multiple shots from the road into the parking lot.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, 2 female victims were hit by the gunfire, while 2 other women, quote, were also shot at during this time. However, since we are dealing with attempted murder charges, I would assume that there's no follow-up as to the state of health to those 2 other women, but I would assume that they're recovering from the incident.
I believe they would have probably put shot fatally or something like that in the article.
Yeah,
if it had been...
I mean, more than likely, she probably got
probably grazed, hopefully.
The flesh wound.
Yeah. McKinney and Halliburton are both locked up in the Shelby County Jail on 4 counts of attempted murder and 4 counts of using a firearm in the commission of a felony. Halliburton is being held in lieu of a $500,000 bond, while McKinney has a $1 million bond due to his lengthy rap sheet, which includes callers for aggravated assault, kidnapping, and domestic assault.
Jesus Christ.
Winners.
Chicken dinner. Chicken sandwich dinner. Fucking... If you didn't want a spicy chicken sandwich, why did you order a spicy chicken sandwich?
They didn't realize how spicy it was.
Wait. Why? Why? Just why? Why this? Why this? How did we get from point E to point... fucking...
Fish!
To point Glock?
To point fish.
How do we get from point A to point blank? Right? Just... This is not the appropriate response to fucked up food orders. Alright?
Nope.
No, you walk up to the drive-thru window and then you complain. I'm fine with making fun of myself. I give no fucks.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, like I fucking you know what I do when the restaurant fucks up my order? I just take it.
Go back and make it yourself?
No, I just take it because, like, I don't want to stir up drama, and plus, like, it's an adventure. What did I get instead of the food I wanted? Maybe it's something even more delicious. I don't know. Or maybe it's something not as delicious. Maybe I got a fucking salad instead. I don't know. It's a mystery bag.
The only time I'll say that that's not good is food allergies. That's
Well,
the only time I'll say that.
Yeah, that's like being a dick.
Yeah,
of course.
Like if somebody says, "Hey, I can't because I'm allergic to this," and they still give it to you anyway, that's not cool.
Thankfully, I don't have that, but I perfectly understand that situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, just fucking.
Now, does this mean the longer you work at a restaurant trade, the more likely you are to get shot over a chicken nugget? I mean, I'm just asking.
He is in Florida.
Let's not put that to the test, please. Knock on wood. So, I think we need a little bit of levity, and we are at that final article. And it's poignant that Fanny is here, because this is the article that she brought to my attention. So she can actually give her 2 cents on this as well.
Go look up the word poignant. I think you used the wrong word.
Even so, it's apt, shall we say.
Apt, thank you.
There we go. Apt is a good word, yes.
So, a little bit of context. I was browsing YouTube one day when I discovered the video about this particular article, and it gripped me at how stupid this was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I absolutely knew. I wasn't sure if it would fit, though, with the Trainwreck, because the circumstances behind it were a little bit not so cool. But since everyone is currently okay, everyone involved is currently okay, and because it was dealt with so efficiently, and the saga continues.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Let's continue. Let's talk about the article.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what, share it with Trade, and sure enough, he said this is going into the things.
I mean,
so here it is.
How can I not? I mean, listen to this fucking title. Man accused of domestic abuse seen in same home as victim during virtual hearing. You catch that?
Oh,
you catch that?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wow. Okay.
I actually put the video in our Discord chat where we all record the session. And now I'm going to put it here for my co-host to watch while I discuss this. So, this happened March 9th, 2021. A 21-year-old Michigan man accused of assaulting his girlfriend logged into a virtual court hearing inside the same home as the alleged victim, forcing the judge to cancel his bond and place him in custody. Kobe James Harris was charged with assault with intent to commit bodily harm less than murder, stemming from a February 9th incident in Sturgis. But Harris's virtual St. Joseph County District Court hearing that previous week, was quickly adjourned when the assistant to the prosecuting attorney said she believed he and his girlfriend, Mary Lindsay, were near each other, based on the victim's responses and body language. Your Honor, I have reason to believe that the defendant is in the same apartment as the complaining witness right now, and I am extremely scared for her safety, Deborah Davis said. The fact that she's looking off to the side and he's moving around, I want some confirmation that she is safe before we continue. The judge then asked Lindsay where she was, and here comes the stupid. The saga of stupidity commences. I'm at a house, the woman said hesitantly as she gave a Hatch Street address. Let me just give some clarification. In the video, the judge asked multiple times, and maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. Maybe I shouldn't say, oh, it's stupid. No, she's obviously afraid for her safety. Like, she doesn't want shit to happen. So she just goes, oh yeah, I'm at my house. And the judge constantly goes, what's the number? I'm at my house. She does eventually give the address, but still, it's just like, deflection. When asked...
she had to. So,
Well,
go ahead.
yes. When asked to disclose where he was, Harris gave Middleton a house number on East Lafayette Street, but the judge told him to go outside and snap a photograph of the house number. Harris declined, saying his cell phone was low on power and was connected to a charger. Moments later, cops showed up at Lindsay's confirmed location to check on her. "We may need to adjourn this, Your Honor," Davis told the judge before the virtual hearing went offline. Moments later, the live stream came back online, showing Harris in police custody. "Your Honor, me and Mary both don't want the no contact," Harris said. "I asked that to be dropped. I'm sorry I lied to you. I knew the cops were outside. I don't know why The judge interrupted Harris, advising him not to utter another word. "The hearing is adjourned. Your bond is canceled. If you have $10 million, you can't bond out. In addition, the prosecutor's probably also going to charge you with obstruction of justice," Middleton said. The judge said the bizarre situation was a first for him. "This is an issue we didn't have when we were having live court. This is the first time, to my knowledge, that this has occurred," Middleton said. He added, "That's the first time I've had anybody sitting in the next room potentially intimidating a witness to assault." The hearing was rescheduled for March 16th, while Harris was locked up at the St. Joseph County Jail.
Woohoo.
And here we are.
Here we are. The sequel, which is already available on YouTube as well.
Wait, what? There's a sequel?
There is a sequel where
Fucking give me that shit.
the same gentleman. Hold on, let me
Mr.
find the
Kobe
video
Harris.
for it.
I
Let's
must.
see here.
Actually, fuck it. I can Google his name and see about the sequel.
Let's see here. Fires. He essentially. The video is called "The Defendant Fires His Lawyer Before Throwing a Tantrum."
Oh no.
So, what details in this particular video is thus that Mr. Harris, in the middle of a new hearing, he's sitting in the jail, of course, for his portion, naturally, and everybody else is available there. And at one point, he gets very upset when asked, about how when asked by the judge certain questions. I can't remember the question in general, but
Found it.
essentially, Mr. Harris does admit that he is very much upset and unhappy with his legal representation. He declares that from this point on, he is firing his own defense lawyer, intending to represent himself for the remainder of the case, because the lawyer, on top of not representing him well, also apparently had been given a list of things to say to the victim on Harris's behalf, and the lawyer did not do this.
Well,
no shit.
He can't. He
Exactly.
can't, I don't think.
After stating this, the judge, seeing how agitated Harris was becoming, had him muted, and Harris then proceeded to throw a temper tantrum in the middle of his cell, which escalated to the point where police officers entered the room to escort him out to try and get him to calm down. Meanwhile, the look of defeat on this man's on the defense lawyer's face is just absolute. Why am I fucking here?
Why am I
Because
here?
you're a defense lawyer. He's probably a public defender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm watching.
He's just so pained during this whole
Well, he's
thing.
probably done with this client. I mean,
He's done with this clown.
Done.
He's done with this clown.
I'm watching the video right now and just like, yeah, baby needs a bottle.
Baby needs a bottle. He constantly, off and on throughout the video, is throwing tantrum over tantrum and freaking out. Meanwhile, the judge has unfortunately become unable to unmute the defendant, or should I say, fortunately.
Yeah, I don't think he was unable to do it. I think he just didn't care.
No,
he was just like
he did at one point. He does at one point admit that he used to be able to turn the sound on and off himself, but and now cannot for some reason, and he had to have the jail called to be able to unmute the defendant in order to have him answer questions.
Which he probably couldn't do because most of his answers were
pretty much.
Somebody playing the world's smallest violin for this book. Oh,
Like, dude, You attacked your girlfriend. You tried to intimidate her by doing your fucking virtual hearing in the same goddamn house.
And then you attempt to have your lawyer send her a fucking book to read so that she can have a fucking script for the next one.
Like, what is your goddamn deal, dude? Are you just that stupid?
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
But again, the point is, the girl is safe. The victim is safe. But this guy, he's probably gonna get a attention where he's at.
Yeah. So, Shirley, what do you have to say about this? You've been awful quiet.
Well, I mean, I don't want to watch the video because I just dealt with this. I didn't bring this up on the Trainwreck last week because this happened afterwards. So
no giving away details.
Yeah, you don't have to give away confidential information.
It's not confidential.
Well, you know.
So we had a gentleman come in for duty court. He was asked to come in because he had a warrant, and his attorney advised him, come in on your warrant so you can quash it. And judge basically said, all right, you're going into custody. And he's like, wait, what? It's like, you didn't do what pretrial services said. You absconded to another state. I'm not going to let you. And you have several warrants out of justice court for something similar. I'm not letting you leave. He started getting upset. Now, here's the thing. I've worked in that courthouse for 4 years. There are people who've worked there longer than me, and I trust their judgment. But I've kind of started to learn a thing or two when it comes to these people, what to look for. And this guy is agitated, yeah, but I've dealt with agitated folk all the time. It's not that big a deal to me. I cuffed him and took him to the cell. He started getting angry, and then when the cell door closed, he started losing his mind. He started banging his foot against the cell door, which are not jail cell rated. They're more like a metal door. It's hollow in the center. He managed to kick it so hard that he didn't break the window, but it kind of got skewed out of its frame. So, and he just kept going, would not stop. He just throwing a massive tantrum, making threats to us and to the judge, saying things like, "I'm going to go online, learn how to make bombs, and make Oklahoma City look like a 4th of July celebration." So,
starting to get into more.
I'm kind of like, I didn't want to go watch the video of this guy throwing a tantrum because I'm like, I've had enough of people throwing, of like mentally ill people throwing, grown-ass men with mental health issues, because this man clearly, what you're describing, clearly has mental health issues.
Well, possibly, or he's just a raging douchebag.
No, that's a mental health issue, to be honest.
Yeah, you don't do this. You don't do these kind of things to a victim and virtual call the judge in the house of the victim, and then throw a literal temper tantrum when the judge denies you something at the jail. That's not something a normal human being does. That is mental health problems. Not enough to excuse them from, from receiving justice, but it's enough to point out that he should be getting help. He needs anger management and medication.
It is. These are definitely hallmarks of borderline personality disorder, in that he clearly doesn't understand that what he's doing is wrong, that what he has done is wrong, and that he has to face consequences for his actions, because people with borderline personality disorder sometimes really don't have that ability. They can't realize, or it takes them a long time to realize, oh, I did something that is genuinely bad, I'm getting in trouble for it, and I'm being punished for it, but they don't want to take the blame, they want to deflect it. So that's definitely what's probably happening here. So
yeah. Either way,
but it doesn't excuse it, and it's still stupid.
Obviously, like, regardless of all the things involved here, this guy's an asshole
and dumb.
Yep, that's pretty much the name of the show. We've got dumb assholes everywhere here. Everywhere. So, I think that's pretty much it for this episode of the Trainwreck. Whew! That was a good one. That was a good episode, I feel. In spite of some dodgy back roads we had to take here and there. So, thank you for listening, everyone. With me here tonight has been Random Greymane.
You're fired. You're fired. You're all fired. You're fired. You're fired. And oh yeah, you're fired.
Sure.
And I want a lollipop.
We also had Sherlock.
Yep, yeah.
And TheFangirl.
Chaos sauce!
Chaos sauce!
Now extra spicy.
Yes. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestial Radio, all Phantom all the time. Our banner art was created by Court Awesome, and our theme song was created by Marivex. You can find their social media, our social media, and all the links to all the articles we've talked about in the description below in the YouTube video. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please do like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff that I'm forced to tell you to do every time to be relevant.
Buy the man a coffee. Buy the man a coffee.
Yes, buy me a coffee, please. That wouldn't hurt. Yep, that's pretty much it. So, once again, thank you for listening to Trademark's Trainwreck. My name is Trademark, and a good night.
Sauce.
Chaos sauce.